Pretty Kitty. This is my vlog where I talk about all the things I love about sewing. Thanks for coming back to me. This week I will be revealing the winners of my competition for 1,000 and 2,000 subscribers, although I'm not quite there on the 2,000 subscriber front, but I knew if I didn't get on and do it, then it wouldn't get done. So I was absolutely blown away how many people entered the competition and all the comments that you all made, just lovely. And there was a common theme really running through the whole competition, that sewing really does help people with their mental health. It helps with their ability to relax and unwind and be a bit mindful, and you know, I just thought that was really lovely that so many people find sewing such a pleasure, and you know, it's frustrating from time to time, but it definitely is something that can give you so much joy. So I went through, it was a hard job trying to pick the winner, but I went through and picked my two favourite quotes. So if you didn't see last week's video, I asked people to complete the sentence sewing ... So it had to be in 3 words or less, and I had a tough job, but my first winner, the winner of this embroidery, which says sewing forever, housework whenever, is, and I don't know how you pronounce this, Little Chick. She said sewing cheaper than therapy, and that made me chuckle, because actually, is it cheaper than therapy? Depends how much fabric you buy. Sometimes it could be nearly as expensive, but it's definitely as effective, I would say. So that was my first winner. Well done. And if you would like to either email me, so I'll pop in that drop down box below, I will pop my Pretty Kitty email address, or if you would rather, you can private message me on Instagram, and I'll pop my Instagram handle down below. With your name and address, I will get that in the post to you. So my second winner of this one, which says I sew, therefore I swear, this comment just made me laugh, and in fact I think it was probably the very first comment that was made on the vlog, and just showed a really good sense of humour. So I chose sewing ... prevents my nakedness. And that was by the Striped Daisy. So congratulations guys, thanks so much for entering the competition. Do just pop me a line, let me know your name and address so I can get those things in the post to you. And yeah, thumbs up everybody, good try. It really cheered my week up reading all those lovely comments, so I'm really pleased that you all entered. Thanks so much. So the other order of the day today, you know, and I'm hoping that this video isn't too dark and dingy. It's a really dull, wintry day outside, miserable. So I am wearing, you might notice, a lovely cozy cardie. I've decided to enter the cozy cardie challenge. I think there's probably only about 10 or maybe even 9 days left now, and it's run by the Stitch Sisters and Amanda from I Sew A Lot. So if you pop along to either of them on Instagram or their vlogs, you will find out more about this challenge. But the challenge is to make a cozy cardigan, and you can enter as many times as you like. There's some great prizes. So I was really kindly gifted Athena Cacao's Nikki cardigan to review, and I thought, perfect, I will combine that with the Cozy Cardie Challenge because I haven't made a cardigan yet. So she kindly emailed me the pattern, and I have to say I'm not disappointed at all. It's a lovely, comfortable, slouchy, it's not fitted, it's quite easy to sew. I'll show you the line drawings here. So one thing I will say is it took me a while to figure out what the difference between version 1 and version 2 is, because to me they both looked identical. So I scratched my head for about 10 minutes until I overlaid one diagram on top of the other and realised, actually one of them's just a lot longer than the other. So I chose to make the shorter version. But having stuck my PDF all together and traced out my pieces, I held the pieces against me and thought maybe the short one might be just a tad too short for me, because I do like a little bit of overlap between the top of my jeans and any cardigans and stuff. So I did add an inch, which is easy to do on the lengthen and shorten line. What you do need to remember to do if you add any length to the cardigan is also add a corresponding amount of length to the neck bands, because there's a band that goes right the way around the neckline, so that obviously needs to be longer if you lengthen the pattern. So luckily I remembered to do that. I chose this fabric from my stash, which my husband bought me some time ago, so I am trying to be good and not buy new fabric and bust my stash. So I haven't really known what to do with this. When he bought it, he just sort of, he can't really remember where he got it from. It was last Christmas that he gave me this as a present. And it's quite a thin, slinky jersey with spots, but they're not sort of solid spots. So it's quite sheer, and with it being white, I didn't really know. He said, "Oh, make a dress in it." I was like, "Yeah, right. I'm not making, a dress in this. You'd see right through that." That's probably why I suggested it. So, cardigan. I thought cardigan would be good because you can use it as a layering piece. And when I was searching through, I thought that's going to be perfect for the Nikki cardigan. So, yeah, I went ahead. I cut a size 12. My measurements, my body measurements, just so happen to be exactly the size 12 on Athena's size guide. So I just went ahead and cut the size 12. I did look at the amount of ease in the pattern because she does suggest to do that. It is a slouchy cardigan, it's meant to be a bit baggy. I do wonder whether I could have downsized and cut the 10, but it doesn't need to be tight and form-fitting, it's a cardigan, so that's not a bother. If I make another one, I might just try a 10 next time, but of course it would all depend on the type of fabric that you go for. This jersey's got quite a lot of stretch in it, and it's quite slinky and thin, so it's probably more stretchy than something for like a Ponte Roma, for example. So I'll try and stand up and just show you a little bit of this cardigan here, and then I will insert some pictures of me wearing it as well. So you can see it's a wrap over style cardigan. It has this lovely deep hem band on the bottom and another band that goes right the way around the neckline. Then you make yourself a coordinating belt. It also has cuffs, and I sewed the entire thing on my overlocker, so it really didn't take very long. Once I'd gotten, the process of sticking together PDFs, I have to be honest, doesn't light my fire. It's not something I really enjoy doing. Equally, I'm not really a massive fan of tracing patterns. I don't think anyone likes that part of the process, maybe. But once it's done, and I know I could make, as many more of these as I wanted to, because I can then reprint if I wanted to, and even just photocopy. I did that a couple of weeks ago with a pattern that I was really keen on. I was quite happy to pay £2.50 to have the entire pattern, my mind went blank then, photocopied, so that I could then use the photocopy and cut that up rather than worry about tracing, because life is too short for all that stuff. You just want to crack on and get the sewing machine out, am I right? Anyway, so anything to say about this cardigan? So I think actually if I made it again, I think I'd make the cuff bands slightly shorter so they had to stretch to go in the sleeve, because you can see they are exactly the same length, circumference as the sleeve, so they don't really pull the sleeve in. And can you see where it's doing this on the side there? I think maybe if the cuff was just a tiny bit shorter, it would probably have pulled that in a tiny bit. But that's easy enough to rectify. I do usually do that with neck bands, make sure they're about 80% of the neck opening, so that they do actually pull the fabric in a tiny bit. So if I made this cardigan again, I would probably do that. Any other things to say? I think the fact that it's a crossover cardigan is nice. It does mess with my OCD a tiny bit, because it doesn't stay exactly as you put it, because there's no fastenings inside. I'll just show you if I can take the belt off. There are no poppers or anything inside, so you're literally just folding it and tying it. It's a bit like dressing gowny, which is nice actually, quite relaxed and comfy. I am tempted to maybe put some ties inside so that perhaps it does stay a little bit neater when you're sitting down, standing up, walking around. But yeah, all in all, a really nice sort of straightforward, easy pattern. especially if you go to Athena's, she's got so many resources on there to help you. So if you don't know how to do certain things, I noticed yesterday when I was looking, there's video tutorials and all sorts. So she really does hold your hand through the whole process. And give it a thumbs up. It's a nice basic cardigan. So definitely we'll probably make this one again. Definitely, probably. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Yeah, that's it for this week. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd be really pleased if you press that subscribe button and gave me a thumbs up. I'm so grateful to everybody for their wonderful comments for the competition. I'm sorry I couldn't send you all lovely prizes, but if the 2 people that won would like to get in contact and let me know their names and addresses, I'll pop those in the post. You can follow me on Instagram. This is my Instagram handle down here. And yeah, next time it's a review of the Zadie dress by Tilly and the Buttons. I don't know how many of you guys have looked at this pattern and thought, oh, I don't know, do I want to make it? Do I not want to make it? Because that's what I was like. It was such an interesting shape with the colour blocking and stuff. And I'd seen some really nice inspiration posts on Pinterest. I thought, I'm going to have a go at this. So I have made the dress and I will be back next time to tell you all about it. So thanks very much for watching. Bye!